production to secure food. My lecture went to another direction. Why don't we save what we waste of food? I presented the program we launched in Egypt. FAO, the World Bank, decided to invest heavily in a study about food waste and food loss. This is a snapshot from the study we received. We considered 5 main items for the right nutrition: grain products, seafood, fruits and vegetables, meat and milk, and the quantities of loss per each step of supply chain. This will show you total of the 5 steps. In grain products, globally we waste and lose 43% of production, seafood 59%, fruits and vegetables 64%, meat 25%, milk 21%. When they sent me the study, they told me that I have to present the concept in the FAO headquarters in Rome. So I thought about having a knockout. I want to change mindset. First step, we calculated the average of these 5 items, 42%. Next slide, I showed them that 2011, again, total population was 6.973 billion. Total hunger is 842 billion, represents 12%, while we lose 42%. So the whole concept changed, and we started to call for investments in infrastructure to save 1/3 of the wasted food to have zero hunger. Only 1/3 of what we waste can end hunger worldwide. We have done all procedures for saving this food professionally, and now we have intellectual property for this manual. I signed with the Hilton Worldwide this manual to implement in 4,000 properties to save waste. Working on another idea of using leftovers of food in the plates into animal feed at a very low cost. These are some of the partners. This is a commitment set by the United Nations Private Sector Forum, the Egyptian Food Bank, to transfer the model to other countries in the region. These are the food banks already found in the region. In Jordan we have a food bank, in Lebanon we have a food bank, Palestine we have, Iraq. Working on 16 more, and we received requests for new food banks. By 2020, we will end hunger. What I suggest to Rotary, we explain the different pillars we tackle. Each pillar, we create programs to serve the cause. And I believe development will be a really attractive pillar for the Rotary to join. We have a lot of ideas. One of the ideas that I discussed with my friend Sam is the vertical agriculture. In some countries, they don't have enough land to grow products. Vertical agriculture, the unit costs 1,000 JT, is enough to grow food for a family for the whole month. So instead of giving them food boxes every month, let them have one unit and they can grow their products. This is one idea. Show you how it looks like. In another program, which is the school feeding program, in all schools they don't offer meals. In Egypt, we decided to give a hot meal. So we built kitchen inside the school. We hired the mothers to cook for the children. And of course they get salary for what they do. And for me, this is the safest way to have food for the children. And the idea came up a few months ago that the kitchen can be built by some of the small investors, entrepreneurs. They invest in kitchen and we sign a contract to lease the kitchen, to give them return on their investment. We train them to maintain the kitchen and they get 12% return on investment and 10% for the maintenance. So they get 22% benefit and interest on their investment. We have a lot of you, no work, but we can invest small amounts of money to have this program. Now we are serving more than 170 schools. Mind you, the number of students per school is 1,500 students per shift. School operates 3 shifts. So you can say that we are serving more than 800,000 students so far. Our objective is to serve 1,000 students. I'm done, but I want to show you. This is the vertical agriculture units. This they can put on the roof or in front of the doors to grow them. Different dimensions, but it can be. It needs around 3 meters. Thank you very much.
Well, I think this subject needs much more time. Thank Mr. Moez for this. I have heard him before. It's an excellent project. I hear that Jordan is already implementing it. I don't know, maybe Jordan should be later on some time to give their own version. But still, this is a fantastic project. Now we have to hear our incoming governor, Mustafa Nasereddin, and what he's expecting from us in the coming year. I hope you're not expecting too much.
Thank you, Kibor. Thank you, Moez, for the inspiring my expectations are a little bit higher than what I just presented. So, just little higher. Well, not in numbers, not in some numbers, but at least in what we have to do to achieve our goals. And although we are in the middle of the current Rotary year, but we all know that if we don't start planning for the next Rotary year today or tomorrow, then we will be late. And when Osama asked me, what do you want to talk about, I said, well, I'm sure we have enough experts in all areas of interest in the Rotary Foundation who can speak maybe better than me, but let me say a few words about what we need to do. And since I have here few representatives from different clubs in Jordan, Palestine, Lebanon, Cyprus, and Bahrain, of course, I would like to use the opportunity to ask you, at least, not you directly, to deliver the message to your clubs on what we need to work on in the next few weeks and months before July 1st, 2015. And let me start with just one question. I'm sure many of you should have the answer. What are the three major strategical issues Rotary is focusing on today? Anybody can help from our Rotarians? Membership development. One, well, youth is part, but the three main issues. Membership, it's club, well, they are all exactly. The third one is Rotary image, and the second one is end goal. These are the three major topics for the Rotary strategy in the next few years. And if you see, every one of them has a lot to do, but end goal is a strategic major issue that we need to focus on. Now, to be able to work on those three areas, what is really required? What I would like you to start looking at is working hard on preparing your plans for next year. Start working on the club center. Unfortunately, many clubs here are not familiar with club center. Osama was giving some figures in the morning about those who have plans, about those who are contributing, about those who already know how much they contribute. If we don't have those things, those plans, those figures on club center, then it will be very difficult for anyone to follow how much did we accomplish and how much did we do. So I urge you, if you have any problem with using the club center, please call on your club or your country or your district trainer to do training, even if it is a training for your own club. Your secretary, your treasurer, your president, at least have to have an access. I know that many of our presidents do not yet have even accounts on the Rotary, my Rotary. So we know that in few days, at least 2 days from now, many of our clubs will start having the elections for the next year. We'll have the boards coming, the incoming boards, but we know who's coming next year for our politics as a president. So this is one thing I would like to ask all of our clubs to do, is start looking at our Rotary, my Rotary, signing in, looking at it, and start working all your plans on the club center. And we have here at least one person I know very well, Diana, who can help the Jordanian clubs very much with this. Please ask for her. I'm sure she will help. Right, Diana, you are there. Yes, I see you. So if you need, I'm sure in Lebanon we have people who can do this, in Cyprus, in Bahrain, and other. But I would like to see next year a bigger, larger percentage of our clubs that are on. This is the first thing I hope we can do. It is very important that we plan our giving to the Rotary Foundation. very, very, very important. And to follow the strategy that was presented earlier, again, if you want really to achieve the good results, you have to go immediately thinking about what are the best ways to do. And I have one suggestion. I hope you will like it. And any club likes to engage in it. It might be great help to raise the contribution per capita. Most of our clubs have at least a monthly or bi-monthly social meeting, where, and I'm talking about our Jordanian clubs at least, where one of our the club members invite the club members to his house or his place for a dinner. Club members pay the normal weekly fees, $20, $25 to the club budget. Why not dedicate those proceedings to the Rotary Foundation in the names of the club members? So if I pay $20 for that attendance, it will go in my name to the Rotary Foundation. That will increase. If we think about 5 events, by 20, you already have the $100 every Rotarian, every secure, other than the other ways of giving. If we can think about it, instead of putting it on the budget, and especially that we know that in Rotary, when you do fundraising, it has to go for a special purpose. This is the best purpose. It could be either to the portfolio, or to the annual fund, or to the endowment fund, or wherever you like to put it. So let's set goals. Let's think about it. Let's work into meeting the criteria that are set to be able to benefit, whether for the project or even for your own. Somebody submitted my suggestion. Now, to be able to achieve all those things, we need to look at our membership. And as we know, one of the problems we face in many of us is membership. And I was recently looking at the statistics of our district, the clubs, unfortunately, and I remember during the membership seminar in Beirut, I presented the figures. We have many clubs that have less than 10 members, few that have less than 15, 20. And clubs without enough members are very, very numerous. They cannot serve. They cannot do that. So we need to focus on members. And we need to think about ways to attract members. I very much like the numbers here, the way they were growing in 10s, 15 times, and so on. There are ways to do things, but we have to be professional enough to achieve them. We need to strengthen our membership in the proper way, and the best members to be selected. We don't need more members just for the sake of numbers. We need more members that are ready to contribute, to help. And good members will bring good members. Otherwise, it's the other way around. Bad members could let the good members leave. So we don't look at any member. We need the good one to join. I'm not going to put any numbers for the next year. I'm sure when I come back from San Diego, there will be a lot of other objectives to be set by the Rotary International President that I will convey to you later. But I really urge you to think about membership and strengthening our clubs. This is very important. Without strong clubs, we cannot reach, we cannot do service projects, we cannot fund our Rotary Foundation, and we cannot even grow in the country, in the district. You know how difficult it is to manage one club. Imagine what it is when you have 77 clubs in 9 countries with different cultures, with different ways of running things. So we need to again look at how can we get more. It's not the number, as I said, it's not the quantity, it's the quality, but we can reach it, we can find it. Yesterday we had a meeting with our governor, with our Rotary clubs. And unfortunately, and again I'm talking about Jordan here in particular, we are not using this gold mine of good Rotarians. We are not. We you have a lot of Rotary actors that could be the best Rotary members. Well, I think if Kivon will give you the chairmanship for this session, I will accept. I will not go for 5 minutes. So let's look at our Rotary Act and let's make sure that we will cater for it. Unfortunately, many Rotarians do not know the real relationship between a Rotary Club and Rotary Act. I've seen on many occasions Rotary actors come to beg for support and this is completely wrong because the Rotary Act Club is a project of the Rotary. And we cannot even tell them that's not our business, or we are not ready, or we are not available. We have to work with them, and that requires again for dedication, because if I don't have in my club a member who is coordinating the Rotary Act or Inter-Act club's business, then we have a problem. And that's why the people are left somewhere there, nobody takes care of them, and therefore they will disappear. So Rotary Act clubs are our other opportunity to increase our membership, and there are many of them. Really great people. Yesterday, I'm sure our government agreed with me when they spoke about what they are doing and how they are doing it. They have the energy, and of course they are part of our new generation and youth that we need to focus on. So I will give the 3 minutes that I will left for me to Moez, not to continue, but from use already time. Thank you very much. I'm sure we'll talk a lot later and have a good night.
Thank you, incoming Governor. Thank you for what you expect from us. We shall try and fulfill your wishes, I hope, inshallah. So, now, we have a very interesting subject coming up, and this is going to be given to us by past PDDG Governor Khaled Kawar. Where is he? He is talking about motivating successful clubs to move more success. What happens to the clubs who are not motivated? Where do they go? So do you have a magic word for them as well, please? Let's see. Khaled Kawar.
Mr. Governor, Assistant Governors, PDG, fellow Rotarians, dear guests. Good evening. Today, I was given the responsibility to talk to you about motivating successful clubs to more success. I'm sure a lot of us have seen illustration before it's coming up. It's the effective club. I want to ask you, is this a successful club? Is this a successful club? No. It is or it is not? It is a successful club? No. It's an effective club. It's not a successful club. It's an effective club. A successful club is, in my opinion at least, a well-balanced club that can reach beyond boundaries and across the oceans in projects of international service. goodwill, and world understanding are promoted by world community service, international exchange programs, and support for the peace and humanitarian efforts of the Rotary Foundation. These are the three legs a well-balanced Rotary Club will stand on. Those which achieve this important balance are truly the successful clubs. And the amazing thing is that with proper leadership and determination, every club, and I mean every club, can become a successful club. We are all here, we are all leaders that we manage volunteers. And I will take something from the code from, this is taken from Lead Your District. Your role as a leader of your district is to motivate your fellow district leaders to be knowledgeable and enthusiastic about Rotary and take action to achieve goals. Keep in mind that, like you, your team members are volunteers who value their time, have reasonable you should have reasonable expectations, and be sure to show your appreciation for their efforts. If you don't know everyone in your district leadership team, make an effort to get to know him. This could be done with an informal gathering or by meeting individually with those you don't know as well. People vary in what motivates them. So once you get to know your team members better, you will better be able to motivate them. This was taken from Lead Your District. What is motivation? Motivation is an inner job. We cannot do a lot to do that for people. But we can do a lot to stimulate that inner job, stimulate that motivation. Most of the time, successful clubs are already motivated clubs, but how to stimulate more motivation to bring success to a higher level? First of all, I think the goals we put in our clubs should be smart goals or effective goals. And these are the characteristics of an effective goal. This goal should be measurable. It should be competitive, yet achievable. Competitive to the goal, not to the other goals of the other clubs, but to be competitive to the goals we have achieved before as a club. It should be documented. It should be a specific goal. It should be time frame, acceptable and agreed upon between the club members, implementable with clear action plans, and it should constantly be reviewed. This is the effective goal if you want to achieve more success in our clubs. Ways to motivation. Ways to motivated clubs. Regular rewards and recognition. The recognition is a process of giving a club a certain status within the Rotary organization. This is a very crucial factor towards a club motivation. Recognition describes how the work of the club is evaluated and how much the appreciation it receives in return from the Rotary organization. It also specifies the way the Rotary organization gives its club the reward and status for its work and activities. All of the above should be a clear to the clubs beforehand, for it will add more stimulation to their inner motivation. The second is to be available. Be on the spot with acknowledging the correct